the way down.
What is up, YouTube? What is up, Rumble? What is up, Facebook? Can I get a God is good in the chat? Because God is good all of the time. Can I get that in the chat? We can't even start until I start seeing those in the chat. When I start seeing that in the chat, then we can start something up. But I gotta see some people saying God is good in the chat. Before we get this party started. Yeah. And while people are doing that, hit the like button, cuz. I mean, what do you got to wait for? Just hit the like button. It takes nothing. It helps the algorithm. It helps. So there's no reason not to hit the like button. Like button. Also, hold on. Let me post the Rumble link on Twitter. I'm trying to move a lot of people to Rumble because I get shadow banned on YouTube, and it gets annoying after a while. To be honest, it gets annoying after a while combating shadow bans on YouTube because I don't know how to fix it on YouTube. So we're here, and we're gonna be here. And before we get into it, allccg.com, $7 a month, 24/7 Christian conservative radio station. New song by me and Tyson James called 100% Transphobic, out now. It would get banned anywhere else. But we're gonna get into it. Somebody said they only see a black screen. Exit out of it, come back in. So I want to talk about the drama that is happening in the women's college basketball world right now. First off, I don't watch women's basketball. It is probably the most boring sport to ever watch. I never heard of any of these ladies before yesterday. And I'm about to say something, and this will be my first time ever saying this, and I feel bad that I have to say it. Liberals are right on this one. A lot of y'all conservatives, and it's not all conservatives, but a lot of y'all conservatives, I don't know if y'all have a natural bias. I don't know what the crap is going on with conservatives right now. I don't know if y'all never played a sport in your life. I don't know if you've never watched a sport in your life. Taunting is a part of the game. Before I get into it, nobody got punched, nobody got smacked, nobody got hit, nothing happened to nobody. And what I'm going to start off doing, of course, we're going to play the video. So if y'all don't know, LSU, they played, I don't even know, Iowa. LSU and Iowa just played, I think it was a national championship. Let me see. Yeah, it was a national championship game. And a lady named Caitlin Clark taunted another girl named Angel Reese. She taunted her, which has become popularized as the John Cena movement, but it really started from a rapper named Tony Yayo. So I call it the Yayo. And what the girl Caitlin Clark did, she did this move to taunt a LSU player. So when they lost the game, when Iowa lost the game, the LSU player taunted her back with her same taunt. Now, for any normal human that plays any type of sports, this is probably the most common thing of all time. The fact that this is even news should be alarming to a lot of people. The fact that conservatives are on the side of acting like a bunch of Karens is the worst thing ever. And I genuinely do not know why y'all taking the side of Caitlin Clark. I'm going to play the video first, then I'm going to give y'all, more things. This is the video right here. And as you see, this is earlier in the game. Caitlin Clark did it to the girl because she looks upset. She's like a transgender. But she looks upset. She mocks her, and they come together. So after they lost, look what happened. She did it back to her. And that's what happened. Now, the girl Angel Reese followed her around more and continued doing it. But and what? You lost. You mocked somebody and you lost. You deserved it. She deserved that. You taught the big game. And then you lost. I don't even understand. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even understand what the. I don't even understand what the issue is. Like if it wasn't classless, what does that gesture even mean? It just means you can't see me. So the gesture, if you don't know the gesture, man, it just means you can't see me. And saying you can't see me is like saying I'm better than you. It's just a taunt. I mean, it's just a taunt. But a lot of conservatives are calling Caitlin Clark like she's some type of hero and calling Angel Reese a bad person because she taunted her in a basketball game. I don't know if people are being paid to talk about women's basketball because nobody has ever talked about women's basketball. I don't even like talking about it. I don't watch this crap. They can't dunk. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you said not the same game? Even if it's not the same game, I don't mind that being wrong. It doesn't matter. She taunted somebody and then she got taunted at a later date. It being two different games has no bearing on the logic of what I just said. If it's not classless when she does it, why is it classless when Angel Reese does it? You can't answer that question because there's no logical explanation. You have either some type of bias. I don't know what it is. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know what it is. Like, literally, if it's a different game, it genuinely doesn't matter. It's Randy Orton? No, it's the yayo. It's called the yayo. Somebody in the chat said in hockey, people hot stick people. They beat each other up. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She got humble. Like, to be honest, she could have said something to her. She could have said, "You a punk. I don't care. This is sports." This is like, this is literally a sport. Taunting is a tech, but never get called. Man, please stop. Have you ever been to a basketball game? Do you see how they talk to each other? Have you ever been in a football game? Have you ever played sports? I don't know if y'all don't go outside the house. I don't know what it is. Who's complaining? A lot of conservatives have been complaining, calling Angel Reese a bad person. Matter of fact, I can probably show you a bunch of conservatives doing it. Let me see if I can find some so I can show y'all how amazing this is. Conservatives are acting like a bunch of punk Karens. I'm not gonna lie. Not overall, but a bunch of conservatives are acting like a bunch of punk Karens. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Because this quite literally doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to find some posts outside of the. It's not Twitter stuff. You said you couldn't afford to sub this month? It's okay. It's okay. Everybody's talking about it. Shannon Sharp talking about it. I don't know what he said about it. We can play it. We can play it just for the chat. I mean, I want to move on to the next topic, but we can watch this. It don't matter. We can watch it.
Skip, I want to preface everything that I say. Caitlin Clark was sensational. She should have been a unanimous player of the year. Nobody should have got any votes. If you look at the way she played all year, and if she solidified that, she answered all the questions, she checked all the boxes in the tournament, she should have been a player of the year. So, young lady, what you did, how you represented the game of women's college basketball, you should be commended. So I don't want you to take anything that I'm about to say personal, because this is not about you.
That's fair. I agree. Go ahead.
This is about.
So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know who these people are. I mean, I know who these people are, but I don't know who the two girls are. So obviously, the girl was one of the best players in the league of women's college basketball, the Caitlin Clark person, and obviously Angel Reese was also one of the best players in the league. And I guess he just said Caitlin Clark is one of the best players in the league. You're phenomenal. She should have won Player of the Year. So that's really what he's saying, and I guess that was a precursor to what he's about to say.
About the portrayal of how women, we see it two different ways. 48 hours ago when Caitlin Clark did this John Cena, it was considered swag.
I see, this is so this proves my point more, the fact that it's two different games. So I was wrong earlier when I said she did it earlier in the game. Caitlin Clark did it 2 days ago to somebody else on another team, and nobody had a problem when she taunted the other person. That makes this look so much worse on the people upset at Angel Reese. Y'all look like crazy people.
48 hours later, Angel Reese does the exact same gesture. Is classless. Keith Olbermann went as far as to say she was an idiot. Not just an idiot, an effing idiot. For you to stoop so low to call a college kid, a female, because she did a gesture, when you didn't say anything when Caitlin Clark did it. It's funny how, Skip, it's funny how America, society sees black and white.
Okay, wait a minute. I don't want to turn this into a racial thing. Everything got to be racial. But what I will say is y'all are giving them ammo to turn this racial, because any logical person can't see no other reason. Because first off, nobody watches college basketball, well, women's college basketball. So what other reason could you have to say one was classless and the other one wasn't? I don't understand that. Now, I don't think anybody is viewing it as racial. I hope not. But y'all are literally giving them the ammo to say this thing is racial. It's of course they're gonna try to make it about race, but honestly, I can't even understand why people, from a logical perspective, there is no way to justify one and not justify the other. So y'all are giving people like this, Shannon Sharp, he doesn't look like the brightest guy in the world. Y'all are giving people like him ammo to make it racial. So congratulations on that. There you go.
Person does this.
And who are the people? The main people going against Angel Reese? It's not all conservatives. There's a few liberals, but it's mainly people that claim to be conservatives.
Exact same gesture. Skip, you know one of the greatest talkers in NBA history, you covered the guy, was Larry Bird. He was never criticized. One of the greatest talkers in NFL football is who? Phillip Rivers. He was never criticized. Angel Reese talked about this all year. Skip, if you remember 48 hours earlier, Don Staley foretold of this. Many chalked it up as being sour grapes because she had lost. And lo and behold, everything that she spoke of came to fruition.
Okay, I don't know how much of this I can watch because I don't want to get copyright strike on this. But I mean, long story short, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. It doesn't make any sense. Like I'm sorry, I can't. Let me see what Angel Reese said. Let me see how I agree. She looked ratchet. She looks like a Democrat, but let's see what she say. Let's see what she say.
I'm happy. I mean, all year I was critiqued about who I was. Nobody. The narrative. I don't fit the narrative. I don't fit in the box that y'all want me to be in. I'm too hood. I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year. But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. So this was for the girls that look like me, that's gonna speak up on what they believe in. It's unapologetically you. And that's what I did it for tonight. This was for it was bigger than me tonight. It was bigger than me.
She made it about race again. Oh my goodness, y'all opened up such a lame door. Y'all are letting these people turn this into a racial situation. Oh my goodness. And it's so sad because I'm on her side. Y'all got me on this ratchet. No disrespect to her. She is kind of ratchet. She's self-proclaimed ratchet. So if I call her ratchet, nobody can say I'm being a self-hating black man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can say that because she called herself ratchet. Y'all just heard it. Y'all got me siding with some ratchet girl playing in a sport that I do not watch. But I got to because a lot of people got this joint wrong, and it's kind of weird. And then y'all like handing them over the narrative, and it doesn't even make sense. Like, I don't even care what the left thinks about conservatives, but my goodness, this one just doesn't make sense. People are acting like a bunch of Karens. I'm on her side. I'm on the side with this girl who evidently vote Democrat. I bet I can go down her timeline, and I'm sure she's a Democrat. You know what? I shouldn't judge a book by its cover because I sound like I talk a little ghetto, so people could think I'm a Democrat. So actually, that's kind of jacked up. I shouldn't be judging people by their cover. Let me go to her page and confirm first because I actually feel bad now. Don't judge people by their cover. Because if somebody talked to me how I dress and stuff like that, you would think I'm probably a Democrat too. So that's not fair. Okay, she doesn't seem to like Jill Biden. She doesn't seem to like Jill Biden, but that don't mean nothing. A lot of people don't really like Okay, she's praising Obama on Twitter, so I mean, I thought I can make that. You say which conservatives talk about this? A lot of them. One specifically is somebody I'm actually a friend of, so I'm about to just put him flat out on Front Street right now as we speak. But as I said, yeah, I'm on her side. We have 86 people in the Rumble stream, more than I think what we have on YouTube and more than what we have on Facebook. This is why I like Rumble. I'm not shadow banned on there, but I'm shadow banned elsewhere. Thank you. But let's go ahead and move to the next story, man. Just know I'm on her side. And anybody else on the opposite side, I don't think you can logically defend that at all. Being on the opposing side at all. So everybody knows what's going on with Donald Trump, but let's chat about it. Former President Donald Trump arrives in New York to face arraignment Tuesday in Manhattan. He will have a court appearance Tuesday. Man, oh man. Listen, y'all.
I went down.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Y'all, I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. Oh, my goodness, bro. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe that just happened. How long was that going on? Chat, how long was the intro just playing again? What the crap just happened? My boy, how long was it playing? Because somebody let me know. I'm sitting here have a whole conversation. For how long? Somebody said 2 minutes? Literally? 2 minutes? I missed out on 2 minutes. Well, see, y'all did. So what was the last thing y'all heard me say? Oh, my God. Bro, I'm crazy. What was the last thing y'all heard me say? My goodness. My goodness, bro. What was the... I'm pressing the wrong buttons, man. My goodness. Donald Trump in NY. I said I've criticized Trump quite a few times. Trump will face arraignment Tuesday in Manhattan. He has a court case Tuesday. I don't know why y'all lost me. But I was basically going on this rant that this is an obvious witch hunt. And I think that is sad. What's that? No, what's that?
They're breeding pebbles, but they're crunched.
Ugh. Whatever. But I don't know if y'all missed this part, but I said liberals are going to eat this narrative up. And what I mean is Republicans and Donald Trump has talked so much junk about locking up Democrats, locking up Hillary Clinton's. So just imagine if Trump get locked up for even 1 day, even 1 hour. Get a picture with Trump in handcuffs. When I tell y'all Democrats are going to be running them ads 24/7, and liberals going to be mocking conservatives non-stop. If I was Trump, I wouldn't have went. I'm sorry. I'm on Trump's side with this. But I think Trump made one bad move in all this. I wouldn't have went. I would have stayed in Florida. DeSantis wouldn't have helped. And I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that. Maybe that's not the right thing to say. I know Trump is a rule of law type of guy. Somebody in the chat said, hey, B, just getting back into the Bible after 30 years. That is amazing. Can you suggest reading for the night? What would I suggest you read? Reading for the night. Start in Genesis, my brother. Start in the beginning, of course. But yeah, if I was Trump, I would have stayed, man. I'm on Trump's side. I criticize Trump because he deserves it. Trump has turned me off. Like I said, I'm not about to lie to you. Trump has turned me off. I am not even 30% of the Trump fan I was a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. He's did a lot of changing, but I am 100% on Donald Trump's side when it comes to this disgusting witch hunt. And this disgusting witch hunt may be a blessing in disguise because of the precedent that it sets. Y'all have to think about why they're trying to do this to Trump. What they call it, mismanaging campaign funds is what they called it. What was the or falsifying business records and calling it a felony? Imagine what you can get Biden on. Imagine what you can get all these Democrats on. Imagine what you can Hillary on in the future if we can get some conservatives truly in office. So, I mean, listen, like I said, I'm 100% on Trump's side when it comes for this one. But I'm not going out to protest over it. I'm sorry. I've protested multiple times. I went to every Stop the Steal rally, every rally. I went to the Jan 6. I was there. And we got thrown under the bus. So I'm not about to be out here and protest for a man. I would rather protest for people like Jake, who's out in the halfway house right now, who was a political prisoner locked up. Because we all know Trump is going to get out within 24 hours if he even gets arrested. That is what it is. But let me get to this next story. I'm going to tell y'all why I am done with the Republican Party, just like I've been done with the Democratic Party. The reasons are simple. If anybody go find one of my videos explaining why I left the left, you would know that a lot of it was centered around my faith in God. Republicans have also went that route. And this story is just one of many that proves why I can't do it. And this is from ChristianPost.com. Republican seeks to ban foreign aid for countries that discriminate based on sexual orientation. Republicans are trying to force other countries to accept homosexuality or else they get no help. Let me tell you something. The majority of the world understands that homosexuality is disgusting. And people that commit that act, they are disgusting. This is common across the entire planet Earth, except for Western societies. Nobody supports us outside the West. You think homosexuality is normal because you live out here. And it's because they're putting all this stuff in the food. It's because water's literally turning the frogs gay. It's literally because of these ADHD pills, these antidepressants, these anxiety pills. A lot of this stuff and social conditioning is why this stuff is happening. And the issue is this is not a rarity amongst Republicans. Donald Trump said he'll do the same thing. The low-cap Republicans came out against Uganda. Matter of fact, most Republicans came out against Uganda, which is why these people cannot get my support. And guess who the Republican was that did this? This is why it's more surprising. George Santos. This man is a proven liar, drag queen, flaming homo. And conservatives still find ways to defend this weirdo. And he said it is unacceptable and they will not get federal funding. But it's not just him. All the top Republicans agree with this outside of Texas Republicans. And this is one reason of many that I cannot continue supporting the Republican Party. If you look up my name, it'll still say I'm a Republican currently, but I can assure you I have changed my party affiliation to independent. I can assure you that I've done that. Really doesn't matter because I have to change it to Tennessee because I live in Tennessee now. So I got to re-sign up anyway. But long story short, I cannot support a party that y'all would have to explain to me, and I bet you can't. Explain to me the difference. Explain to me the difference between Democrats 10 years ago and the Republican Party today. You can't. It's impossible to do. You literally just can't do it. Why would I support Democrats, basically? Asking me to support the current Republican Party is literally asking me to support Democrats. No. Can't do it. And for the last story of the day, and that y'all know I always wrap up these stories to give y'all a general point. Look at this. And as you read this, let me ask you a question. I'm not going to show the video because, as you know, I do not promote drag queens in any way, shape, or form, or transgenders in any way, shape, or form. There's a picture right there that's in the report, but I am not showing the video. Well, the reason I'm showing this to you because what is the difference between letting people like Blair White speak at events or letting Lady MAGA at your events with children there? What is the difference with that in Drag Queen Story Hour? it really isn't a true difference, right? Now, what I will say is this story is disgusting. Drag queen gives lap dance to a student at LGBT pride event open to high schoolers. In my state that I was born and raised in, not only in my state, this is in my county, Guilford County, that I was born and raised, the 336. A college in North Carolina is looking into revising its policies after viral video of footage posted online shows a female student receiving a lap dance from a drag performer during an LGBT pride event open to high school students. The Winston-Salem-based Forsyth Technical Community College, which also offers early college credit programs for high school students as young as 14, hosted a Pride Festival on March 22nd. I'm getting angry. The festival was the second of its kind, according to a Facebook post. And this was shared by Libs of TikTok. Of course it was. Live by love thy neighbor. Obviously, they take the Bible out of context because what else would they do if they didn't do that? Parents of children under 18 were not notified of this event in advance. Parents of children under 18 were not notified of this event in advance. One more time for y'all that ain't see it. Parents of children under 18 were not notified of this event in advance. I can't. I can't. What do we have here? And let me explain to y'all why this is how I'm wrapping this up. Because this type of stuff is only going to get worse. This is why I have woken up when it comes to politics. I realize I don't have to participate in this two-party system charade. And I refuse to be tricked by these words and by the pandering by politicians on either side, claiming they're going to fix something. The reason why is because who's going to fix this? The truth is no one that's currently running, and that includes Donald Trump, and that includes DeSantis. Bryson, why do you say that? Simple. I've experienced a Trump presidency. Best president of my lifetime, especially fiscally, especially when it comes to economics. But this stuff happened more under Trump than it did previously because the culture of society continued going that way and Trump didn't do anything to stop it because really Trump is sort of a liberal. Socially, Trump is kind of a liberal. That's just the truth. I had to come to the terms with that reality. So what will he do to stop this? There's only a few things that can be done to stop something like this. And it's not complicated. You have to pull federal funding away from states that allow this. If states allow this, you remove federal funding. And I know this can be done. Y'all, I know it can be done. You know what? Aren't they threatening to take away federal funding from Uganda for not supporting the LGBT? Republicans are calling for that also. So I know it can be done without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. Every state in this country receives federal funding, and only a few can survive without it. So if people truly wanted to make a change, somebody would say, if y'all allow things like this, your state will not receive federal funding from the government. Simple. But I'm a realist. This is not going to happen. Which is why, to change culture, we need to step into reality if we want it to happen. What needs to happen? Simple. Get your dang on kids out of these dang on schools. Get them out. Teach your children trades. Teach them anything else. Teach them how to build. Things that give you careers. Teach them how to literally code. You can get so many jobs from coding. My mother works at a place where a lot of coders are there. And she said it's hard to find people that code in the United States of America. You have to, it's only the foreigners that do it. So, period, point blank, we need to make changes starting at home. Because if your children are not focused on government education systems, or what I like to call indoctrination programs, you don't have to worry about your child being there. And it's deeper than that. I'm going to tell y'all what's scary. If a lot of people started taking their children out of schools and started schooling, and this has happened in states, look it up, they will try to ban homeschooling. I kid you not. They've already changed a lot of laws regarding homeschooling in certain states. And the reason being is simple. They don't want you teaching your own kids. They don't think you're equipped to teach your own kids anything. They need to indoctrinate your kids. The government literally needs your children to indoctrinate so it can continue with this agenda. Period. They need to. Try it out. Try it out. Let's try it out. Take your children out of dang on schools. I'm already settled. I'm letting you know when I have children, they're not going to public school, period. I'm teaching my kids. The public school system will lose money that way also. Matt Hopkins said homeschooling is banned in Germany. Sheesh. Is that true? What the crap? Homeschooling is banned in Germany? Wow. French parents are to be banned from homeschooling their kids. Wow. That's even in France. Wow. Germany banned homeschooling in 1919. Wow. Wow. This has already happened. Nothing is new under the sun. Dang, man. I don't know, man. Homeschool your kids. Take your kids out of school. Read the Bible. Get close to God because everything is falling down. This is crazy. I didn't know this. Here y'all go so y'all can see it yourself. I didn't know this. I'm actually shocked. This actually kind of saddens me for a quick second. They need your children because they need to influence the next generation. We have to stand up, and I promise you, none of these politicians are going to save you. In my opinion, a lot of people are relying on politicians like Trump to save them because a lot of people are lazy and they don't want to get up and do anything themselves. So if they rely on somebody else, they have somebody to blame if things don't get changed. And that is lazy and is disrespectful to people like Trump. He's just a man. It starts with us. Trump can't do it. DeSantis can't do it. The liberals is going to make it worse. We have to do it. And that's reality. Christians, it's time to stand up. Christian men, it's time to stand up. I'm sorry, Christian man. I'm about to say something that's going to offend you, but you don't have time to be depressed. Depression is a luxury. You don't have time. You don't have the luxury to be depressed. If you claim to be a man of God, you don't have that luxury right now. We are at war with evil rulers and wicked people in high places. We don't have time for men, Christian men, to be lazy. We don't have time. After seeing homeschooling being banned in other countries, that already tells me what I need to know. It's time for Christians to stand up. We almost had 100 viewers on Rumble, which I think is more than we got 133 on YouTube and only 17 on Facebook, and I have 100,000 followers. I'm just shadow banned everywhere, y'all, except for Rumble. So man, I love y'all. AllCCG.com, $7 a month. Sign up. 24-hour Christian conservative radio station. BrysonCreates2.com. You can get shirts like this. Thank God I'm not a liberal. Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and everything will be added unto you. I love y'all. Even the people that hate me, I love y'all too. This is some sad stuff. Sorry to end the live on a sad note, but Jesus is coming back, so we win in the